What is up, guys? It is Fearless here. I'm just going to give you some gameplay on this Fortnite. I recently did a video on what I thought of it. Like I said, it's a very addicting game, but I'm just going to try to do some gameplay for you. I can't promise you I'll get to the winner spot, but did a 50 versus 50. It makes my chances a little bit better. Maybe give you some tips that I might think of on the way. I'm trying to do this as a live commentary, but first time doing this, I'm going to try to not leave any blank spots, but it's going to be kind of hard, to be honest with you. I don't know what to say all the time, but you know, one of the first things I can start out by telling you is try to wait until you don't see a whole lot of people jumping, especially if you're playing solo. The last thing you want to do is be trying to loot and get a gun and someone just walks up and blasts you before you even get a chance to really play the game. That can be really frustrating. But I just try to go for these little unnamed villages on the map, because it seems like that's where a whole lot of people don't like to go, just because they don't have names on them. They're not that noticeable. Now, I've never been in this little town here before. Now, one thing that I saw, I'm actually going to give credit here to Ali A. He had said that they're going to be coming out with new towns and whatnot, kind of filling the map a little bit better, which I think is cool. They don't have enough area for you to play with 100 people. There's just not a whole lot you can do. Now I can hear a chest above me. I'm going to try to get enough wood here to build up to it. I do believe it's just right up there. Gotta get this bus out of the way. And then looks like I'm in the play area, which is good. What else? There's another little tip I could think of right off the bat too is don't fill your inventory up with weapons. I know that kind of sounds weird, but you want to leave spots for med packs like I just got. Always want to have a med pack on you. And if you get the blue shield potions, drink what you can right away. Maybe save one for yourself, but if you're playing this 50 versus 50, try to give some to your teammates, because the last thing you want is to get killed and drop that potion for enemies to pick up. Just gonna keep on looting here. And then we found some ammo, nice little submachine gun. Now, one thing that they have on this game that's kind of annoying is they have these drops where you can dress up as bushes. There's some bandages. So you always want to keep a lookout for bushes that are moving, because that is an enemy. It's not just your eyes playing tricks on you. I've been fooled many times. And all you have to do to get rid of those bushes is shoot a, you know, they just have to take 1 HP of damage and it makes the bush disappear. So another thing I found too is looting these little houses up here. Like you see, a lot of people just leave them alone because they either have nothing in them or they have ammo. I have gotten more legendary drops out of these houses than I have actual chests. So legendary guns, stuff like that. And I can hear some people shooting in the distance. I don't really want to challenge them right now. I'm playing 50 versus 50 right now. It's all I like playing at the moment, because I'm not quite good enough for solo. And there's some ammo and a pistol. I'm not going to pick the pistol up. See, and I like to have two machine guns at least in my inventory, just for the pure simple fact that if you're in a gunfight and you run out of ammo on this gun, you can quickly switch over to this rifle without having to worry about reloading, which could save your life sometimes in this game. Just that extra 30 damage that this, you know, weaker rifle can do will finish them off, especially if they have that shield on them, and that's a lifesaver. See, this one had nothing in it. What I like to do is just kind of tear it apart a little bit, you know, get those resources back that you spent building up to it. You know, and like I said in the other video, hitting those little blue spots actually breaks down the wood a little bit, or the materials faster, and I think it gives you a little bit extra material too. Now one thing you always want to keep an eye on here. See, I'm coming up on a big town here. There's a ton of my friendlies in here, but you can never know. Well, you always want to keep an eye on your storm barrier. So you have this little barrier that gets smaller and smaller by the minute. And you always want to keep an eye on that, because I don't know how many times I've been looting, not paying attention, and that storm has overtaken me. Now, typically what I'll do is, if I'm going into a building, I will pull out my shotgun, because you're going to deal the most damage in a short little area with a shotgun. Unfortunately, I don't have one, so I'll go to my submachine gun here, because it's a very fast firing weapon. Take down enemies a lot quicker. They're trying to shoot you with this single, this rifle. I got some friendlies here building some barrier, it looks like. I don't know what they're building a fort for. The only problem with this is, oh, there's a shotgun. Only problem with it is that you can spend the time and materials building this little barrier, and the next thing you know, you are not inside the circle. So you just wasted all this brick that this guy has and wood, which, if you guys can, collect metal as fast as possible, because metal is by far the best barrier you can build. It takes a lot more to take out a metal barrier than a wood barrier, obviously, but it's something a lot of these people don't realize. And if you're building high, I can see this guy's collecting metal, he's probably doing what I'm saying, but if you're gonna build high, build a structure that just goes up and up and up, you just did a bunch of staircases, you think you're gonna be smart and snipe off the top of this, all someone has to do is shoot out this bottom staircase right here, and the whole thing comes falling down. It's not fun. That'll kill you. A drop from that height will kill you. So I can hear some shooting going on here in the distance. So I'm gonna go ahead and, you can get metal from anything made out of metal, you get metal from. These guys are obviously collecting brick, but I'm gonna go ahead and destroy all these cars here. Now, the only problem with this, I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't surrounded by teammates, because if you can hear it, as soon as I start hitting these cars, alarms go off, they make a lot of noise. That'll draw enemies right to you. Now, as I'm talking, I realize that the storm has closed in on me. So like I was saying, that guy who built that little fort back there just wasted all that material. So now if you look at my mini map here, you can see I have a minute 30 to get to that circle, which seems like a lot of time, but sometimes you get stuck out in no man's land. If you're out here, out in this area, it's a minute 30, if not more, to get back into this circle. Luckily, I stayed close enough to where it's gonna come up on me. But another little tip I can think of is I like to stay on the edge of the barriers. Someone dropped a shotgun. I'm gonna switch this out because it's a little bit better of a shotgun. But if you stay out on the edge of the barriers, you're less likely to run into 3 or 4 people on the enemy team, unless they're coming in like you are. But as long as you can stay up high, take the high points, you're not going to have to watch your back, and you're going to have a better advantage on them. You're going to have a bigger, sight. So if I was going to be up here, I would, my best bet would be get on top of like a mountain or something like that that's inside the circle, and I would just watch this whole area right here. If I saw an enemy coming in, I would time myself and wait. Just like these guys are doing. It sounds like they're shooting someone. Time myself and wait, and just start picking people off as they're trying to run inside this barrier. I heard him shooting. They might have just misfired, but no, he's definitely shooting at someone. See, this is when you want to start being on the lookout for people. So what I like to do is I get up on these little towers here like this, and I like to tear down this wall, and I'm gonna put up my own wall, and I'm gonna go ahead and edit it, and I'm going to put a window in it. Oh, I broke it out from underneath me. What I would do is I'd put a window in that wall. I would do that to the two sides that don't have windows, and I would watch. You know, it gives you a good little sniper post to be able to see enemies from. Listen, like these little lodges and stuff, not a lot of people raid them, but there's usually some pretty good drops inside of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get ready. So if you pull out your building menu, you can switch between wood, brick, and metal by clicking down on the left trigger. That's another little thing that took me quite a while to figure out. Oh, see, someone just shot that down from underneath him. I don't know how he's still alive. So it looks like they might be in this building here. I'm just going to try to move up on them to give you a somewhat of a gameplay going here. At the same time, I'm going to keep moving towards this circle. Now, the only thing I wish I had a little sniper rifle or something to show you. Now, the sniping on this game is hard. It takes... There's a battle going on somewhere. There's only 12 people left. It actually takes bullet mechanics into effect on this game. Now, not extremely, like, you know, it's not going to be like very accurate. Here's a shield. I'm going to take that shield. But you do have to lead people, and you do have to aim a little bit high if they're further out. So that gave me a 50% shield. Now, 2 of those bottles obviously gives you 100%. You know, 100. Ooh, ammo. See, that's what I'm talking about. More assault rifle ammo when it comes down to it. Is, you know, the ammo in this game goes a lot faster than you think it would. But you do want to lead people and aim a little bit high if you're sniping, because it takes bullet mechanics into effect in this game, which can make it kind of difficult. But if you're used to playing Battlefield or anything like that... Well, there's an enemy. So now those guys are just going to pick up all his loot. See, that guy was trying to come in from the barrier. That's what I'm talking about, hugging this outside ring. You can get a lot of people. Obviously, I haven't gotten any kills this game, but I've been kind of commentating more than playing. But see, like those little bushes, I usually give them a little pop just to make sure there's no one in them, because it's kind of in a weird spot out there. Out on this little outer ring here. I'm just gonna make sure no one tries coming up this hill. Oh, I'm getting shot at. Oh, friendlies. No, it's an enemy. He's down. See, I should have been paying more attention. Boom. So when you're playing 50 versus 50, whoa. Oh, I'm gonna die here, boys. Anyways, like I was saying, you know, just hugging these outer rims, you got to pay attention, watch your back. I obviously wasn't, but maybe someone might revive me if I get lucky. Now, that's another hard part about playing this game, is if you're... this enemy's crawling to me. This is the guy I killed. If you're playing these 50 versus 50s, no one helps you. You're pretty much on your own. You just don't have to worry about as many people. But, it's fun. It's a really fun game. I enjoy it. See, that blue guy on the map's a squad member. He knows I'm down, but he's obviously not coming to help. Oh, he's down himself. What other little tidbits can I think of at the moment? Oh, these guys are leaving me. Yeah, that storm's gonna close in on us. It's gonna be no time at all before we die. But see, look at this. This guy could heal me so easily, but he's not going to. I don't know what else to say. Like, see those little structures right there, like that? Someone was probably sniping off of it. One shot, and the whole thing falls down. You kill him. Well, anyways, guys, that's the game. It's free to play. You know, all you have to do is go on the PSN account and download it. It only took me 2 hours to download. I think it's a fairly small game. It's just one map, but I highly recommend it. Well, I hope you guys have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my other videos.